All right, boss babes. Let's chat for a quick minute. I want to talk today about going live from your desktop. And what is funny is I did like a video series. It was awful on YouTube last January. And the first one was how to go live using your phone, which was relatively easy because I was going live with my laptop and I was showing how to go live on my phone. When I wanted to show how to go live from my desktop, that created a problem because it's like, okay, I have to go live using my desktop and show how I'm going live using my desktop, which is more complicated than one might think because it was a little more than just showing my screen because I needed to show how I got there and what settings I put in and stuff. So I was like, I think I'll do a live YouTube video and I'll show how to do StreamYard, but I had never actually done a live YouTube video, and you can imagine. Okay, it's crazy. So I'm kind of, as I was setting up for this, it was bringing back some bad memories. So we'll see how I did. I have this set up. I'm hoping that I can show you and not lose what I'm trying to do here. So anyway, I'll show you. You'll understand as we go along because I want to show you kind of behind the scenes, like what I am looking at, because what I'm looking at ain't what you're looking at. When you want to go live from your group or your business page, it is as if you're commenting, just like on your phone. And you go in there and you find the little icon that when you hover over it, it says go live. So it's different than the very first one is if you want to post a video or picture. That's not it. You go beyond that. There's one that is to go live. And you don't go live as soon as you click it when you're on your desktop. You've got plenty of steps after that. So you click that, and then you have to decide if you are going to go live right from your laptop using that microphone and that camera, or are you going to stream from some other source, utilizing some other source. All right, let's make this clear. I only know what I'm told, all right? I am not a technical person. I struggle to remember from one week to the next which one is an app and which one is a software and all that kind of stuff. So, bear with me. But basically, when you're either using Facebook Live Studio right from your desktop, you don't have to use anything else. It's using that camera, that microphone. You can connect another microphone, but just basically you're not using anything else. Or you can use something else to facilitate it. Why do people want to use something else? Well, initially people started using StreamYard because you could have more than one person in the frame. So if I wanted to interview somebody, or if there were people in other towns that I wanted to have on the screen at the same time, or I wanted to pop in and out, I wanted to start the show and then I want somebody else to take over. There's all that kind of, that was much easier to do. I think in Facebook you couldn't do it initially, you can now, but it was easier to do in StreamYard. Then Zoom, you could use Zoom to do that as well. And so they were both vastly easier than to use Facebook by itself. Then Facebook tried to kind of catch up to them and make their little live studio, as good as, equivalent to. But to me, it's always been complicated to use. I've never really been a fan. And some of the other options, like what I use, is called OBS. I can never remember what that stands for. And what I like about that is that I it's very hard to learn. I'm not going to lie. We're not going to learn that today, but what I like about it now that I know it is that it has a really nice picture quality, and it has tons of bells and whistles. Like I can, do pictures and videos and all kinds of cool things, but I'm still learning it after working with it for like at least, well, for sure a year, maybe even 2 years. So, let's pretend like we are going to do it using the Facebook Live Studio. I'm just going to walk you through just to kind of show you what you would be looking at, but we're not actually going to do that today. We're just going to look at that, put it aside just for knowledge's sake. And then we're going to actually do it using StreamYard, okay? Hopefully. Okay. So, here is this. So what I did is I actually took a screenshot video earlier. See, I'm learning. And so now I'm going to play that and talk at the same time. So hopefully this all continues to work. So when you get into your group or wherever you are, you click as if you're making a comment. You find the live video icon, click that. Okay, so now you have to set up within, oh wait, you're not seeing everything. Hold the phone, Louise. Hold on. I gotta stop it. I need to make this screen bigger. There's all kind of stuff happening on the left. You're not seeing at all. Here we go. Back her up. All right, here we go again. Oh boy. Okay, so you're going to first choose what type of video, and then you're going to go through your settings and all that kind of stuff. Make sure that you know who you're posting as. You don't want to post as yourself or as your business page. You get to decide at this point, would you rather post on your timeline or in a different page? So there's different options there. So just, in that sense, it's pretty straightforward. It's asking, do you want to create an event where you can schedule it in advance? Or do you want to go live right now? So like for this, I chose this red one because I'm going live right now. I'm going right on the spot. So when you click that, you come to this page, and this is where I think it's way more complicated than it needs to be. But you just kind of go from section to section and answer the questions. So connect your video source. So that's saying, do you want to use a webcam, which can be the camera on your laptop, or it can be a different webcam that you've attached? Or do you want to use streaming software? So you need to make a decision between those two. You have to give video details. It won't let you proceed until you have a title and a description. You don't have to put a thumbnail image. And I think the only reason you do that is, I don't know who sees it, if people see it maybe in their feed, because it doesn't stay. It doesn't stay for long. So I don't really know what the purpose of that is. And then you can cross post, like if you had several pages, it could be going to more than one page. It could be going to more than one group, which there was a while where it couldn't. So that's kind of a cool thing. And then it seems like, boom, you could go live right away, but there's actually more settings. There's all kinds of things like, if you want there to be, okay, this stuff right here I click through all the time. I wish it didn't ask me this every stinking time. I think it's kind of new, which is why it says tips. But there are some other things. Select media source. Yeah, that's talking about your camera. So like I was trying to tell it that I wanted to use this regular camera, but since I was using it for my screenshot, see, I get in over my head. But anyway, once you get that all figured out, I wanted to use closed captions. So what is that under? I think that's under settings and then audience. So let's see when I finally figure that out. This is pre-recorded. So settings, stream, viewer, that's what it is. So viewer, And then I turn on the auto-generated captions. That's always a good idea anytime it's available. The rest of it, I just know from experience, I don't use, so I don't do any of that stuff, which is why, again, I say it's so much more complicated than it needs to be. So if that webcam thing was working, which it would be if I wasn't already using it to record my screen, that go live at the bottom would be lit up, okay? And so at that point, all I would do is click that button and my face would then fill that screen. So I didn't get there because I didn't get that far. You know what I mean? All right, where am I? Hold on. Here I come. So because I didn't my video thing wasn't working, so I couldn't show you that part, but it doesn't really matter. So you can see how it's like, once again, whoopsie daisy. I don't love it. I don't love how they do that. So, which is why a lot of people use StreamYard, okay? So we're going to go there. StreamYard, one word. It's free. You can get a paid version of it, but so it's just StreamYard.com. Let me pull this down so you can see that. And you log in. You have to create an account. And this is interesting. There's a reason for this that I can never remember. What did I use for I can't even remember what I used to log in. Okay. There's some rationale for this, but I think to keep it cheap or to keep it safe or to keep it something, they have to give you a login code every single time. So I don't know. It's a little bit of a hassle, but at least they're pretty quick about it. So then we'll just go back to where we were. Because I've had other things that require a login code, but it takes forever. All right, so you need a login code. Okay, we don't want any of this. We don't need that. Okay, so talk about bare bones. I mean, compare this to what we were looking at in Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So this is it, people. I mean, it's so easy. It's ridiculous. Let's see. I don't have anything happening. So we are going to create a broadcast. So this is honestly what you would do. So in other words, you think to yourself, I want to go live on my group page. You're not even in Facebook at this point. You are on your laptop. You type in StreamYard.com, and this is where we're at, okay? And then you click Create a Broadcast. We're going to do a new broadcast. Okay. So I have already connected all of my I have a lot, don't I? It's ridiculous. All of my different accounts to StreamYard. So it's asking me, who do you want to send this to? Where are we going to broadcast to? So again, you can choose more than one place, which is really cool. Okay. Yeah, for that one, you have to have the paid platform. Yeah, I forgot about that. So that's one of the advantages. So when it's the free version, is just one. And just like for the other one, how to go live using StreamYard. Okay. And add comment instructions. Okay. Now, since Facebook has privacy laws, when people comment on your video and that is seen, and you're seeing their comments, you're not going to see their name because in theory, they have the right to remain private. So you can have an instruction pop up when they start watching your video that asks permission to see their name. And yes, you want to do that because otherwise you've got people commenting and all it says is Facebook viewer or Facebook watcher or something like that. And so you don't know who it is. And that's really frustrating if you want to interact at all or if you're giving away a prize or something. So I always click that. Let's go ahead and schedule it for later. Otherwise, we'll be actually live. Facebook doesn't allow starting more than 10 minutes late, but you can start early, so that's fine. So here's where you would upload a thumbnail image. So what does that mean? When you click that, it's going to go to your picture options, and you would just go in and just choose something. Oh, there's a lovely picture. You would just go in and just pick something to put in there, to represent your video. That will show. So you want that for real. Since we are scheduling this in advance, the title and the description and the picture that you choose are going to show up on whatever platform you had specified up here. So on Partying Pink, they're going to get, as soon as I finish this, they will get a little blurb saying, Michelle Fox has scheduled a live video to happen on such and such a day at such and such a time, and it'll have this title and this description and whatever picture I chose, etc. Okay, so you don't go live, but it all it schedules it as soon as you finish. You see okay, so I probably shouldn't do that, huh? Where can I put it where nobody's gonna see it? Hobby Hustle Hotshot. Yeah, let's put it on here. Okay. We'll take it off there. We'll put it on here. Same thing, but we'll make it shorter. All right. So, testing, schedule for later. All right, I don't want to do that. Today at 5:20. Sure, sounds good. All right, so we're going to create that broadcast. Dun, 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 dun. So now we have this scheduled, all right? So that was pretty easy peasy. Now we can enter the studio. Let's see what's over here. Okay, this is cool. We can invite a guest. Let's say we want somebody else to be in the studio with us. Or we think, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to put that on Boss Babes. I want to put that on something else. I can edit what I just did. I can view the post that just went on Boss Babes, or I can just delete it because, oh, this is ridiculous, which I'll do later. Okay, but let's enter the studio and see what it looks like. This is fun. So now this is the real deal. You are entering a broadcast studio. Your guests can share too. Okay, so now this is where we're going to run into trouble because no mic camera access, because my camera is already accessing my face because of this. All right, let me see what happens when I do this. Probably nothing. Ooh, it works. Okay, yay. All right. Oh, wow. So I wonder if if I'm working on there, am I not working on the other one? I have no idea. Okay, so it's asking for my display name. So I'm putting in Michelle Fox. So camera and mic. You can mute yourself when you come in, but you don't necessarily have to. Let's see. And so now I'm going to enter the studio. Okay. So now we are actually in the StreamYard studio. Pull this down. So this is the fun stuff. All right, let me make this even smaller so you can see more. Okay. So, here, I'm almost there. Hold on. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I want you to be able to see as much as you can, but I also want to, okay, no, I got it. All right. Make it a little bit, hold that thought. Get a little bit smaller. Okay, there we go. Because I want you to be able to see that and that. Okay, almost. Shh. Okay, I know, it's like OCD. Okay, so I can, you are not part of the stream yet. Click to add your audio and video. Click, what, this? Oh, okay, huh. Cannot post comments, blah, blah, blah. Okay, maybe this is where we're struggling because I think Yeah, I think this is where I'm doing a double whammy. Okay. So normally at this point, you would just click your own picture or whoever picture is right here, and that is going to show up in this screen. Shoot. So I could see myself a second ago. I don't think it's going to work. I'm right here. I'm not part of the thing. Yeah, I knew it would be at one of these points I would run into this. Anyway, okay. So this is basically it. So this is me. If I'm not in this big box, I'm not seen, okay? If I clicked on this, I would be in the big box. And then when I click this blue go live up in the upper, let's see, this go live up here in the top right. When you click that, you are indeed live, and the audience sees whatever is in this black rectangle. So if I had guests, it would be me down here and maybe one or two people down here. But the viewing audience would only see what's in this black rectangle. So I could be clicking add to stream. There I am. I don't know. Okay, forgive me. Oh, I must have been. Okay, never mind. I had a really long day yesterday. Okay, anyway. So here I am taking up the whole screen, but if I wanted to have half the screen me and half the screen my guest, I would choose this next one. Or if I wanted us to be smaller, or if I wanted to be the big head and have two smaller people, there's different options like that. If I wanted to split the screen with me and then either a video or a still shot, there are options like that. So these are all things that you can play with along those lines. So when you're the people that you're bringing on board, if they are down here, that means that they're not on screen, but they can be heard unless you mute their mic. So that's something to keep in mind. Because I've had that happen where they're kind of like backstage, but they're talking or coughing, and I'm like, oh no. So, little things like that you learn along the way. But so comments, when this is highlighted, you can see the comments that are being made on Facebook when you're live, okay? Banners, these are fun. So banners are things that show up on the screen. You create them, okay? You can say whatever you want to say and create the color of the background. A ticker is, here, let's get rid of this so you can see it better. A ticker is something that runs along the bottom. So if you have something, how there might be, remember to sign in as soon as you arrive, or, don't forget to, something. So, and you can click them on and off over here on this right side. You've got control. Let's see. So, all right, so let's see. So let's create a banner. So yeah, it's as simple as that. You're just putting your text right in there. Brand. This is cool. So because I do, I think you figured it out. I do Mary Kay. So I put in this brand color. So that is the background, like for my little bubble with my name. But you could put in any color you want, which is one of the reasons why we talk about kind of having a signature color or a signature font and symbol and icon and that sort of thing. So this is where, even with the free version of this, you can have that. If you want a different look for the box where your name is, you can change that. And then here, the free version, you have to have the StreamYard logo, which is not that cute, but you can customize your logo with the upgrade. I do have a couple logos that I had created for me. I had the paid version for a while. I'll probably go back to it. And then overlays are things that go on top of this. So let's see. StreamYard. All right. Oh, shoot. Yep, same thing. So, all right, here's the free one. So you can see it's just like something that just like lays across while you're talking. So it's kind of like a banner, but it can be pictures and stuff. So like if you had like a pretty design or something, or even a frame, it's sort of like when you change things in your Facebook, your profile picture, and there's different frames that you can put. It just fancies it up. So those are different things. Private chat. Here's the thing that I don't love about this is that you can't see the comments while you're clicking through all this other stuff. And that's something that people don't really get, is that I'll have people asking me a question in the comments, but if I'm using banners, I can't I can't do both at the same time. So that, there's little every one of them has their pros and cons. So basically, you get yourself in here. So like if when you do it, it'll most likely just be you. So you've set it up, you come in here, you test your mic. Let's see. I think before you come in, there's a place to test it. Maybe I'll have to invite, share. Let's see. You know what else I want to do? Share. I want to show you how to share your screen. Okay, share. Slides is new, so we probably shouldn't go there. Video file, share screen. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen right now. So this is asking, when you share the screen, it's asking, do you want to share your entire screen? Do you want to share a window, which is, part of your screen? Do you want to share a tab, which is a specific tab that you have open? So like this would only show this. It wouldn't show everything like this does. So those are all kind of cool. Again, it gets a little squirrely because I find StreamYard's screen share more complicated than some of the other ones. Maybe I just haven't used it enough, but other people think it's really easy. So it's probably just a matter of just using it until you get used to it. But once you say that you want to, okay, let's say we're going to do this one. Let's say we're going to share StreamYard, and that I want to share it with audio so that you can hear, whatever's going on. Okay. So now I can even add that to the screen. So now I'm adding, so I've got little me and I've got this thing here. So, I mean, it's very cool. It can get a little overwhelming. So that kind of stuff you might want to save for, after you've done this a couple times. But bottom line is like you just are putting yourself in the picture, in the box, and you're just talking. Really, I mean, that's why I'm just going on and on, because there's nothing else to learn. Once you didn't have to do anything on Facebook, it's all on StreamYard. So you went to StreamYard.com. You said that you wanted to create a video, and you will have to connect your different social media accounts, which they walk you through that. It's really just a matter of putting in, names and passwords and that kind of stuff. You can do a whole bunch of them, as you saw, I did. And then once you decide the name and the date and the time of your video, it creates, like a schedule, a little calendar for you. And when you click that, you go into your studio, and that's what you're looking at right now. And when you're in your studio, you are not on screen until you are in the rectangle in the middle there. And you're not seen by anyone until you click the go live. And then when you are done, let's see. So when you click go live, then there's an option up here to end video. And so that's what you would push to be done. And as soon as you push it, you're done. Let's see. So leave studio, that would leave like this entire page. Let's see. Let's leave studio, because I feel like somewhere out here there was a place to test your mic. Invite a guest, edit, view, delete. Well, I'll have to fart around with that later. But okay, hold on. I need one of these days. I got to show you. I'll have to have like a bunch of cameras so you can see what I'm actually looking at because I've got like two different monitors. Yeah. See, I this is so far beyond me. It's just funny that I'm trying to teach it. But so here's my point. When you go live, it is a very powerful way to connect with your audience. And there are too many people that have not done it yet because they're intimidated by it. And they're intimidated by two things. One is just that they don't want people to see them make a fool of themselves. And two is the tech part of it. So I want to remove both of those barriers because you can see that you can make a fool of yourself and whatever. You know what I mean? The world doesn't come to an end. And if anything, it makes people feel more connected with you because you are a normal person. And the more that you see, the tech, what you see what it is, hopefully you'll think, I could do that. Oh, you go to this website, you click this and this, and you can practice, you can play with it like I did. I scheduled it for later. I just put testing and I'll go in and I'll delete it. You might have people like, what was that? But so what? And like I've said a few times, your first couple of videos, just keep them short and sweet. Keep it something that you're really familiar with. Make it, they could just be announcements even. So let's see. So when you're using your desktop, that's a nice time because your arms, your hands are available. So it might be, when new products are coming out and you could like be doing a show and tell. And, just do something that you are relatively familiar with so that so that you don't have to be nervous about that part too. You don't want to be nervous about what you're going to say and the tech and the presentation. So if at least you're choosing something that you're confident that you know what you're saying, that helps. But there's no getting around the fact that the first time you do it, you're going to feel weird. My first videos, I talked really quiet and I was really professional-ish, and they're boring. It'll take a minute to get your groove, to get your feel, your thing. But something to think about now is that if your kid or your best friend or your mom was outside the door listening, would they be thinking, why are you talking like that? You don't talk like that. Don't talk like a weirdo. Like, talk like yourself. Just be yourself. Just take a breath. If you have to take a minute, that's all right. They're not going anywhere. Just take a minute, collect your thoughts, get your breath, and then say what you're going to say. You'll be amazed. Nothing bad will happen. Really, it won't. And you want to tell them what you want them to do. So if you want them to engage, because that does help the algorithm. So you want to say things like, hi, I'm Michelle Fox. I'm so happy you're here. As soon as you jump on, I want to hear what you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're wearing, where you're sitting. Just let me know a little something about you. And every time you do that, your name's going to go in a drawing, something like that to get them engaged. And that helps the algorithm because they're actually commenting and there's something happening going back and forth. So, and then the same thing at the end, you want to think, okay, so what's the point of my video? Do I want them to make a purchase? Do I want them to contact me? Do I want their email information? What do I want? So you want to begin and end with some kind of instruction. So at the end, you're like, so, hey, thanks so much for watching. I've had so much fun. I hope you had as much fun as I did. And just remember, what I'm going to need from you now is just a super quick, message. So just DM me with your email. I'm going to get you on my email list and you're going to get a free gift for doing that for me. I appreciate you, whatever. So, and you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. People will think you're a superstar and you'll start feeling more confident. And once you get over the nerves of it, it's fun. It really is. It really is. So, okay, dang, this was over a half hour, so I apologize. that's it. I can't remember what we're talking about next week. It's some other video thing. So, but if you have questions about video stuff, because I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff, post them so that we can get around to it during this series. All right, thanks, guys.